What's up, everybody? It's Gina Ifoe, the one and only African superstar. I am live for another episode of Unpopular Opinions Live. I got 3 topics today. Do not rely upon the government. No one owes you anything in life. And second chances. So I first want to start out by greeting the customers at Afrikansuperstar.com. Big shout outs to all of you. Big shout outs to our members only who are designated by the circle next to their name. Also, big shout outs to those of you who have been contributing to our music fund. So as you come in, you will see that this is actually a subscriber chat, which means you have to be subscribed to our channel to make conversation in the chat room. Please, moderators, also be mindful. Keep me updated of the like count. And what else? Oh, don't forget to support the stream. Obviously, we're raising funds for the next music video. So when we get enough funds, we'll be able to shoot that. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to try to top my last video. We're shooting the video for Come Chill With Me. So I want to first start. Let me make sure that I have audio. If you're here in the room, let me hear from you. Let me just check.
Fast and affordable rides at the tap of a button.
Oh, let me make sure. Let me make sure. Let me make sure. Make sure you hit the likes, guys.
Fast and affordable rides at the tap of a button.
Okay, perfect. What's up, family? Big shout outs to the African Superstar family. I see you in the building. This is a subscriber-only chat. So if you've been coming here and you ain't been subscribed, you can't make comments. Big shout outs to Superstar Bella. We got a few of you here. So I want to go ahead and kick off my first topic, which is do not rely on the government. I've talked about it in previous videos, you know, kind of how some people get so absorbed into politics and, you know, they have their party, you know, preferred party of who they vote for and, you know, this kind of thing. But I really just want to encourage you to be integral in your own success. Okay? Do not let whatever the government is doing or whatever the government is not doing be a factor in how you thrive and how you grow and how you manage your life. Okay? Because the truth is, life goes on. Okay? Life goes on despite whatever you think it is. You know, I give the example that for all the years I lived in America, okay, 1983 up until 2017, I lived in America and I never voted. And there were Republicans in office, there were Democrats in office, there were changes in the economy, there were different laws passed, and so on and so forth. But I didn't worry about any of that. I didn't worry about any of that. All I worried about was Gina. And what does Gina want? What does Gina need? And what can I strategize under my own control to have control in my life? You know, we see that COVID is happening modern day. Big shout out to Superstar Bella. She's shouting out our mission statement: strategy, maturity, and patience. Period. So we see what's happening with COVID. We've seen, you know, borders shut. We've seen travel changes and blah, blah, blah. There are some people that have just adapted and rolling with the punches. You know, I happen to be one of those people. I've actually traveled since the pandemic started. I traveled twice in 2020. I traveled 3 times in 2021. And so far this year, I've already traveled once. Okay. So, you know, I've rolled with the punches in terms of these travel restrictions and COVID tests and all this stuff that was required, blah, 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 because I got a life to live. Okay. Big shout outs to the viewers. My first trivia question is, do you guys know anyone who passed away during, you know, the past 2 years? Let me see a number 1. If you have any friends or family or you know of someone who passed away during the last 2 years, let me just see a number 1. What's up, family? Make sure you like the stream. Moderators, please keep me updated on the like count. We want to You know, we're trying to regrow the channel. So we need everybody to be on code that comes here to watch us. All right. Trying to grow the channel, so on and so forth. Samson is with me. The first trivia question was, who knows someone who's passed away during these past 2 years? Okay. I know a few people that have passed away during this past 2 years. I give this example because you cannot prolong your life. It's unwise to prolong your life. You know, it's unwise to set things away and procrastinate, especially those of us that are adults. You've got to be driving at your goals all the time at this point of the game. You know, if you want to get them accomplished. And I think that still applies to like the government. Some people feel very hindered by the government. Same thing here in Ghana. Some people complain they're not happy with the current government system. You know, maybe they wanted the other party. But you know, the nature of our people is they have very short memories. See, I wasn't living here in Ghana when the previous party, the NDC, was in power. But I remember vividly how Ghanaians complained about that person being in power, which is the former president, John Mahama. You know, they complained about what he was doing, what he wasn't doing, how he was handling government funds, blah, 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 blah. Now Nana Akufo-Addo is in power, and they're now complaining about him. People complained about Donald Trump when he was in power in America. Now they're complaining about Biden. Do not rely on the government. You know, if the government does something that you can benefit from, take advantage, be happy, but don't expect nothing from them. Because if we want to get real, the system is designed to favor them anyway and not you. Okay? There's an important word in government, okay? Govern. All right? Which means to control. If you think about an umbrella, okay? Government is there to control. Government is there to put in the infrastructures and the parameters of our life. If you think that they care about you as an individual and they have your agenda as a top priority, you are wrong, okay? They are operating with an agenda to favor their, you know, existence as a government and as a country. And they sure as hell don't care about black people. I mean, being black in the West is like a triple strike. You know, we know the histories of these countries. We know the way that their laws and everything was established. We know that when they were doing their constitutions and when they were doing all of the framework of how they want their country to run, they wasn't even considering us. So it's amazing to me when I see black people that are so invested in these governments, because I'm like, you know for a fact that these things were never designed with you in mind, nor have they been amended to include you, nor are you even relevant in these countries. But I just have to tell y'all, big shout outs to Edmund Bentley, who backs me up. Do not rely on the government. You will be waiting forever to get some solace from them. You know, when I was in Ghana around election time, 2016, people kept asking me about, you know, who did I think was going to be the president? You know, I took off November 1st of 2016, went to South Africa, and then came to Ghana. So when I was traveling to the continent, it was election time, and people were asking me, well, who do you think is going to win? Do you think Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton's going to win? And I told them, quite frankly, I don't care, because next year I'm leaving America. You know, I still made the decisions that were best for Gina, irrespective of what was going on current events. Big shout outs to the Afrikansuperstar family. Guys, can my moderators give me a like count? Anybody with a wrench is a moderator. So let me see the like count. You should be able to see that. Okay. All right. Big shout outs to the Afrikansuperstar family. So that's my first unpopular opinion. Do not rely on the government. My second unpopular opinion is no one owes you anything in life. Okay? No one owes you anything in life. This topic is actually motivated by a friend of mine I went to high school with. And a couple days ago, I was scrolling through Facebook and I saw a message from them. And they were kind of ranting about how people don't care about them and people don't check on them, and how throughout their entire life, it's only been their family who has ever looked out for them and nobody does anything. Hello, hello, newsflash. Nobody owes you anything. Nobody owes you anything. You know, your life is your decision. And if you have people in your corner, you have family, you have friends, you have a spouse or a lover or whatever that's been a mainstay in your life, you should know that you're actually fortunate. Because there are some people that don't even have that. When they enter the world, they're orphans. When they enter the world, they're homeless. When they enter the world, they might be addicted to alcohol or drugs. They might have a disability. They may be blind, or they may have some kind of condition. You see, I think personally, when you start to celebrate the positive things that you have in your life, you're so much more grateful, because you realize that you just in your existence have been blessed, and you just in your existence have advantages. You know, with that being said, please understand that nobody owes you anything. Learn how to cherish the things that you have acquired, or the gifts that you get, or the concern that you get. You know, I tell you guys all the time, I absolutely cherish my social media community. Without you guys, I wouldn't be able to do what I have done currently. You know, it has been with the profound support of this channel, you know, the income from my business, from my YouTube, speaking engagements, etc., etc. Now music, you know, the people that love me and support me through my social media are not people who I grew up with. They're not family members. They may not even people that I know in real life. But I cherish that blessing, and I know that it's a huge resource. But I don't expect you guys to take care of me. You know, and I think that when you have that perspective and understanding, wow, I actually have a benefit or a privilege, you can enjoy it more. You know, I know for a fact, okay, if I turn to the Afrikansuperstar family for, like, for instance, an emergency, like what happened a few weeks ago when my phone was stolen. Okay. I didn't even turn to you guys. I just wanted to inform you. It was one of the family members, you know, Aphrodisiac Villas and Spas, that said, you know what, guys, let's pull our money together and help Afrikansuperstar replace her phone. You know, she needs her phone to make content. And, you know, he said when he was on the channel, hey, I benefited a lot from this channel. I get a lot of free information. She puts in a lot of time. It's the least that we can do. What I'm saying is, you know, what you guys do for me is additional, and that way I can really appreciate it. But I'm also integral in my own life affairs. Big shout out to the family. Guys, if you're here, this is subscriber only. So make sure that you like the chat. If you want to leave comments, for the rest of you, leave a message so I can greet you. And make sure you hit the likes. And you can also support the stream. Tonight is Unpopular Opinions Live. I'm telling you that no one owes you anything in life. And this is something that people need to understand modern day, because a lot of people is out here feeling entitled. Feeling like someone's going to do something and blah, blah, blah. This is a huge issue that Black people have in the West. In my opinion, they keep waiting on non-Black people to even the playing field and do what's right. And there's so much evidence to back up the fact that they're not going to do that. And that's not a priority, that they don't care. With that being said, are you still going to let the current circumstances dictate your life? Or are you going to be innovative and find another solution? You know, I vividly remember the day that I realized that my life in America was going to be plagued by perpetual racism. Okay. I was about 20 years old. I was at the University of Cincinnati. And basically, when I moved to Cincinnati, okay, I got a story for y'all. Make sure you like the stream, okay? I got a story for y'all, and then I'm going to go on to my next unpopular opinion. So when I moved to Cincinnati, okay, big shout outs to any Bearcats that see this, University of Cincinnati, my alma mater. I moved to Cincinnati on September 13th, 2001. Now, if you guys can go back into your mind, there was a lot going on during that time. First of all, September 11th had just happened 2 days earlier. And also, there had been a police shooting in Cincinnati. They had shot an unarmed black, young man. He was 17. He was running from the police. They shot him, killed him in the back, and they failed to arrest the police officer. No big deal. Yeah, no big deal. That was 20 years ago. Same stuff goes on. And because of that, Cincinnati, those in the inner city began to riot, and they started burning up buildings and all that kind of stuff. They were calling for justice for the boy, and the city was under a curfew, So when I moved to Cincinnati, there was just like a lot of racial tension in Cincinnati. And there was also an issue on the ballot about affirmative action. Okay. They were trying to, get rid of affirmative action in their schools and everything. So I remember I went to, the NAACP on campus had an event, and we were circulating petitions to prevent this affirmative action thing from going through. And I remember there were some non-Black students on the campus, and they would want to debate you. You were standing out there with your petition. You would say, "Hey, can I get your signature in support of this?" This issue on the ballot. And they would be talking about how they didn't think it was fair, and how it was reverse racism. Non-Black people are real good about making something that's not about them be about them. Big shout outs to the family. Make sure you hit the lights, guys. Juggy Babu, I see you. Matrell on emissions in the building from Egypt. Ingrid is here from Orlando. Hi, family. What's up? What's up? This is Unpopular Opinions Live. I'm still on my number 2 point, which is nobody owes you anything in life. So at that moment, okay, I realized that, wow, racism is forever in America. At that time, like I said, I was 20, 21, something like that. I had no idea how to alleviate the stress. But because I have managed to be progressive in my life since that time, that was 18 years ago. If I was 20 in the setting, that was 18 years ago for me, and I have progressively, removed myself from that environment. I knew that America is not going to alleviate any stress for me related to that. I had to take the initiative. A lot of you guys had to take the initiative to find an outlet, to find an alternative method. Okay, nobody owes you anything. Your life is going to be a sum of what you do, the decisions you make. So big shout outs to the family. All right, my third and last unpopular opinion is I don't believe in second chances. Woo! I know some of you guys are like the forgiving machines, and you have grace and mercy and all that stuff. But not me, because especially not in this here adult age. Okay, now when you're dealing with, children, maybe juveniles, stuff like that, there's a little bit more space. But when we graduate into this here adulthood, and people is acting bad, people's talking crazy, people doing crazy stuff, yeah, I don't give another person an opportunity to put me in a precarious situation. Ayasata, what's up, Shiro? It's good to see you, sweetie. Can I get a like count from my moderators? Hey, y'all is chilling in there. Hey, what's up? Wake up. We got about 20 of you guys in the room. So what's the likes looking like? Big shout out to the family. I had 3 topics today. I'm on my last one, which is I don't believe in second chances. When I think about second chances, I always am reminded of that parable in the Bible about Samson and Delilah. Okay. I always think about that. Okay, now because some of you guys be playing with fire, and when you get burned, you want to be salty, but you've kind of put yourself in that position. I don't want to be in those kind of situations, so I don't really believe in second chances. You know, and if you really like, say there's someone in particular. What's up, Nimco? Hi, family. Unpopular Opinions live. Make sure you hit the like coming in the building, please. You can also support the stream. What's up? Big shout out to my moderators. I see you guys in there. Make sure you are keeping up with the like counts. Okay, you should be able to see King Kenyatta. I see you there, brother. What's up? So whenever I think about second chances, I'm always reminded of that Samson and Delilah story. Okay. Anybody who knows Samson and Delilah, let me see a number 2 in the chat. Second trivia question. I'm going to do a brief overview, but I just want to see if y'all know the story. Anybody who knows, most of y'all, I mean, pretty much everybody in this chat room, all Africans, and we grew up on this, we grew up on that Bible. Anybody know that Samson and Delilah story? Put a number 2 in there, please. Put a number 2. All right. We have several people. Okay, family. Okay. Kimla's in the building. I see you there, family. Make sure you hit the likes. Ayasata. Juggy Babu. Ingrid. Big shout out to members only. Antoinette's here. I see you. Yes. So we have a lot of people that know the Samson Delilah parable. Okay. Now, I've talked about it before. It's just such a rich parable. All right. Well, Nimco don't know. She's Muslim, so I'm gonna just go over it for you. So basically, Samson was this really big, powerful, I believe he's a king. And he's this big, powerful guy. He's like undefeated, you know, and basically he has power in his hair. Okay. He has this long hair, and that's where the source of his strength is. Okay. So Delilah is this, you know, beautiful woman that he's in love with. Okay. So Delilah will come to Samson, and she will try to like seduce him, and she will say to him, well, Samson, you know, tell me the source of your strength. Okay. Now she's actually working for the enemies. She's working for the other side, but she tries to manipulate Samson. So Samson, you know, I don't know why. I don't know why. But Samson is playing with her back. And he tells her, oh, well, if you do this, that's the source of my strength. Okay, big shout out to Antoinette. Thank you so much, babe. First super chat of the evening. I appreciate you. Thank you from my members only. Much love to Antoinette. So Samson, you know, I don't remember all the actual things that he said, but he gave her a false, you know, source of his power. Okay, the first time. And Delilah goes and tries to do that very thing, which would have cost him his power. Okay. And this is what I'm saying, that we play with fire a lot of times because people try us, people give us an indication of what they're on, where their head is, and we just say, oh, no, it's not like that. It was just a mistake, and I'm going to do what? Give them a second chance. So Delilah goes and tries to do that thing. She sees that it fails. She goes back to Samson. She's like, baby, why don't you tell me? You know, why don't you trust me? Why didn't you tell me where the source of your strength is? So Samson's still playing with this girl. He gives her another false source of his power. He says, okay. is actually this. If you do this, I'm going to lose my powers. Okay? What does Delilah do? She goes and tries to do that thing again. You see, if he was smart, he would say, okay, I'm telling this girl false things. She's actually going and trying to do them. She's actually trying to cost me my power. But for some reason, he kept entertaining her. Big shout outs, Fitzroy's in the building. Guys, this is subscriber only. So make sure you subscribe to the channel if you want to leave a chat, a message for the African superstar. So this dude, this joker, Solomon, after Delilah tries the second time, okay, with the false source of his strength, Delilah comes back. She says, I don't understand why you're not giving me the real source of your strength, you know? And she tries to manipulate him again. And do you know what this joker does? He tells her the real actual source of his strength, which, like I said, it was his hair. And guess what Delilah did? Delilah cut his hair off. And then he became weak. And the people that she was working for, I believe they came and attacked him and took him over and everything because he couldn't fight anymore. This is my parable when I think about the second chances, guys. I mean, you can have your own opinion on it, but I don't particularly believe in it, okay? And like I said, if you are dealing with somebody and you really don't want them to mess up, you can even give them the pertinent information ahead of time, like, hey, look, I don't do second chances. So if you lie to me, steal, cheat, whatever your bottom line is, if you do these things, that's going to terminate the relationship. Okay? You tell them ahead of time. They still do it. You know, you're really, really setting yourself up for it. And a lot of people, guys, if you agree with this statement that I'm about to say, you can just put true or false. Okay? A lot of people take kindness for weakness. Okay? In my opinion, that's a true statement. A lot of people take kindness for weakness. So when you are forgiving and you exercise mercy, they think that's an opportunity for them to try over and over and over again. Very seldom do they say, wow, you know what, Ingrid gave me a chance and I need to make sure that I don't ruin this relationship. No. They say, damn, Matrell is stupid. She let me get away with murder. I stole money from her purse and she still want to be my friend. I took Nimco's husband and she forgave me. Huh? You know, I was talking behind Ayasata's back. She found out, but she said, hey, we're good friends. It's cool. Because I'm going to keep it real. Most of the people that do stuff to y'all, they have done priors. Yeah, they have done priors. Okay. And you know, for one reason or another, you allowed it or you forgave them. And I know that, you know, religion heavily promotes this forgiving thing. And I personally just disagree with that. I think it's got to be eye for eye. If someone is genuinely sorry, then there has to be like some kind of peace treaty, some kind of reparation, some kind of exchange. But I'll leave that up to y'all because I'm just not going to do a second chance at this time. Sorry. We're adults. You know better. You know where I'm coming from. So if you make that decision, you have to take the consequence. I can't let myself be vulnerable to your nonsense. And again, we talk about it on this channel sometimes. All the prolific people of the past. Okay? A lot of them were eliminated by people in their very inner circle, sometimes even family members. You've got to be careful with the company that you keep. If you see people ain't down for you, don't entertain them in your inner circle. Every time I watch a crime show, if any of you guys watch like Snapped, you know, or the First 48, or whatever. Any of them kind of crime shows. Sometimes you'll hear the little beginning story, and they'll say, well, you know, he made threats to her. He told her that he was going to kill her. He told her if she didn't do this or that, this is what he was going to do. She said she was going to do this and that. And y'all be taking these people for a joke. I just got to say, in 2022, do not take any of these people for a joke. That's my words of wisdom to you. You know what I'm saying? Do not take anybody for a joke. When they show you who they are and they start telling you certain things, or maybe they're making threats or they're doing little, you know, take it for what it is. People are very mentally unstable in this 2022. All right? And they can do anything. And when you're having that gut feeling, you know, Nimco called it intuition. When you're having intuition, you're getting that gut feeling. Please do go with it. That's why you have it. It's like as they call it, a sixth sense. You know, it's telling you, hey, be careful of this situation. It's telling you, hey, this person is not solid. You know, stop thinking that your stuff doesn't stink, and it can't be you. It could be you. Big shout outs, Andrew. I see you there. You can be the next hashtag. You can be the next victim of these psycho people. I talk about on this channel proximity. Okay? The less proximity you have to your enemies, the less effective they can be. I know people say keep your enemies, keep your enemies close and your friends close, or whatever they say. But I listen, I have a different ideology, okay? Stay away from people that are dangerous to you. Okay? Stay away from people that are dangerous to you. That's the best thing you can do. Okay? You have them all up in your house. You have them next to, you know, your husband, your wife. They know all your details. They know your whole habits. Come on, man. It's going to be easy for them to affect you. And a lot of us are pioneers, and people are jealous of us, and they don't like us. And you think they won't try to sabotage you? So yeah, guys, big shout outs. Nikki says, fool me once, shame on me, fool me twice. Y'all know the rest. That's it. Whose fault? Huh? Whose fault is it for the lady? And I'm sorry, it might appeal to some of you guys. This is Unpopular Opinions Live. Whose fault is it when the man that has been cheating on a woman since before they got married continues to cheat? Is it the man's fault? The man been cheating for a long time. The woman chose to stay with him, chose to marry him. You know, is that his fault or her fault? Did she have to stay? Just like the situation with Samson and Delilah. Is it Delilah's fault that, you know, Samson lost his power? How about Samson said, hey, you just tried to make an attempt on my life after the first try. It would have never got to the point where his hair got cut. Even after the second time, he was like, okay, this girl is trying to take me out. She's trying to get my power. Thanks, Ingrid, with the statement. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't agree with that statement because I need to keep my enemies away from me. They don't need to be knowing my movements. People got their enemies in their inner circle and wonder how they're able to inflict nonsense on them and stuff like that. You know, a lot of this stuff they teach us is really stupid when you start breaking it down and applying logic to it. Why would you keep your enemies closer? You think you're getting some knowledge from them. Well, I just kind of want to know. No, they're spying on you. You're the target. They're your enemy. So when they're close to you, they're just plotting. They're just gathering information. In other words, it might be like a spy. That's what they call it in military terms. Okay? They send somebody to penetrate the military, get the secrets, and all that stuff. Okay? The enemy's not there to be a friend. The enemy's there to do what? Steal, kill, and destroy. Big shout outs to the family. I gave y'all 3 tonight. I normally do 2. Unpopular Opinions Live. What's up, guys? I hope you guys have all liked the stream today. And big shout outs again to Antoinette, my super chat donor in the building, representing for members only. I appreciate you. That is going in the pot for our ongoing music project. I need to shoot my 3rd video. And, you know, from the support of the Afrikansuperstar family, we'll be able to raise the funds and schedule that in the very near future. Also, big shout out to members only. Antoinette is also members only. They have a circle next to their name. They get behind the scenes vlog. I actually posted a vlog just yesterday for my members only. So please do go check that out. I had an update for you guys. Big shout outs to those of you that have already and have been supporting our music project. Much love to you. Again, this is a subscriber only chat. So this is how we're going to be doing things going forward, because we are trying to boost up the channel and, you know, get our viewers back. So I need you guys to be on code with the likes and also subscribing. Okay. Thank you so much, Andrew, for that support, brother. I see you there. Kamisha Ra, what's up, sweetheart? Good to see you. Kara May, hi, sweetie. You guys got in a little late, but I covered my unpopular opinions, so you'll have to get the playback. The first one was do not rely on the government for a myriad of reasons. You will be in the earth, you will be dead and gone in the earth waiting for the government to do anything for you. Number 2, nobody owes you anything in life. Some of you guys are not progressing because you're waiting for the world to care. You're waiting for somebody to help you out. You're waiting for someone to, you know, help you with your dreams. People don't care. I mean, that's just the reality. Nobody owes you anything. You got to decide what you want to do with your life. And my 3rd and final one was, I don't believe in second chances. Sorry. You play me once, and that's it. If I allow you the opportunity to do it again, and you probably will do it again, there's a high probability you're going to do it again, then that's on me. It's my fault. Everybody's going to say it's my fault. If you play me the first time, I take you back in, and you play me again, it's my fault. And that's what a lot of our people are doing, and they get mad when they get burned. But hey, if you would have cut them off after the first instance, you wouldn't have experienced that. That's just the truth. You're rolling the dice and taking a gamble, and that's what it is. So much love to y'all, family. Yeah. Make sure you hit the likes, guys. And for those of you that have just got in, sorry, but the playback. I love you guys. Until we meet again, stay black and true. If you ain't black, just stay true.